All right, I just picked this up for 200 bucks. Might have been too expensive because it does not start, but I have not seen any of these getting worked on YouTube, so I figured I'd make a video. And if I like it, I might actually keep it. I need to keep one of these generators to use. But it's an IGEN 2500 Westinghouse. Right away, it smells like there's gas coming from somewhere, and it just, according to the guy, no start, pulled. And we also got the manual and a little tool kit, probably a spark plug wrench. So yeah, we're gonna dive into it. We are getting spark. Hopefully the camera picked up on that. Let me try to hold it, get you closer. One end goes into the spark plug itself, the other end just goes into the boot. It makes it easier than having to pull the plug off and put the plug next to the block. So I'm gonna use the screwdriver they gave us in the kit. It's got a Phillips and a flathead. Hey, they gave it to us. Free tools, might as well use it. Came with the generator, so that's what it's made for. Air filter's clean. This guy literally said he bought this brand new and just stopped working one day. So this doesn't smell like oil, gas, anything. Air box is clear, so we're getting air. I guess it's a fuel problem. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it apart and figure it out. So let's do that. You know, you don't have to dive into these things this deep. I could look at a couple other things first, but I just like to learn, you know, as I go. No one ever taught me anything besides YouTube and taking stuff apart myself. So one of the best ways to learn how to work on these things is to take them apart and figure out what you're looking at. Oh, and drop screws everywhere too. I don't think too much is going on this side, but check this out. The full cord's on the other side, and they just have these little tabs that they bent in. Just like, everything's so cheaply made now. But I'm just gonna leave this hanging, I think. I don't think there's much of anything. These connections are good. These are all good. So we're gonna go ahead and come back over here and worry about the main part. This is a carburetor. This looks like good fuel to me. I don't think there's much water in it. Okay. Get that seep out real quick so you can collect it. Gosh, what a pain. The carb is looking a little suspect. A little bit of crap down in there, and a little bit of crap on here. Really? Right, we're back the next day. This thing doesn't like to idle. It does idle, but it surges. I'll let you listen to it. Is going to be your it's like an electronic throttle control. There's two screws, Phillips. Take those off. I can't believe I didn't see this. If you look down back there, there's a little brass idle jet, and I did not clean that last time. So we're going to take this plate off and we'll get to it. A little bit of junk on the tip of it. So we're going to go ahead, and there's 2 holes. You want to make sure they're all clean. We're going to go ahead and put in the ultrasonic and then clean it as well. While I'm in here, I'm just going to double check my carburetor work, and we're just gonna take this thing off again. Clean it again, why not? This whole hose will come off easy. You got 2 10mm bolts. Alright, we're all cleaned up. So that idle jet is right there, and it ends up coming through here. You just want to spray any opening you can with carb cleaner. Just unscrew that, clean that out. We're gonna put it back together. This thing, you're gonna have to line it up with the hole it goes in so you can move it. It's gonna go on these 2 screws, so you just want to make sure you're somewhat in line. Go. So one last thing before I get it going. When you turn this to run and choke, it applies the choke, if you can see. So we'll go back to the run position, off, run, choke. So you just want to make sure that the choke is going all the way open, which it is, and then when you switch it back to run, that choke is completely off. And then as far as turning it off goes, there's a little tab right here, and it just grounds itself out, and that's how it kills the motor. Alright, here we go again, round number 2. Let's see if it'll start. Alright, so that was it. Now let's put this back together. It's very hard to get these plastic pieces back together, but I'm going to show you how I did it last time. Hopefully I can do it this time. For storage purposes, there's 2 screws that take this blue panel off. If you unscrew this, there's a drain hose, you can pull it out, and it gets the fuel out of it. So if you're going to store this long term, empty the fuel, especially if it has ethanol in it. Just empty it. So the fuel you have nowadays is crap. So do yourself a favor, avoid this headache, empty it. I always put this side on first, deal with this side later. This side will be much easier. This is one of the trickiest parts. This lip underneath right here is going to go under this, and then it's got a cutout here for this portion, you can see it right here, to slide in. That's going to be your fighting battle. Getting this together is your hardest part. It is just a freaking battle. This goes together, this has to fit in. Good luck. Put it to choke. Doesn't miss a beat. just cleaned it all up. Again, I paid $200 for this, not working. I recommend that? Probably not. I should have got it for like $100 or $50, but it's okay. I think I'm actually going to use this one, and I made this video because there were none like it on YouTube yet. So this applies to the 2500, and I think there's a 2200, that one too. It's that same carburetor problem, but I hope I was able to show you guys, walk through it all. Now this thing starts no problem, so switch it to run because it's already warmed up. Efficiency mode off, give it a yank. Good to go.